I'm Chris Arnold, and these are my Air Jordans. I used to work at ProServe, a sports marketing firm that represented Michael Jordan, and you wouldn't believe it, but they found these extra shoes, just one shoe each, in a closet, and they were going to throw them away. And I was from Chicago, a huge Bulls fan. My whole office was decorated with Michael Jordan stuff. I even had a Bulls backboard in there with a cutout of Michael Jordan dunking on the rim. So I saw the shoe, and I was like, no, wait, I'll take those. And they gave me the shoes, and when I first picked this shoe up, it was different than any other Air Jordan that I'd ever seen before. The quality of it was just so much cooler than the shoe that I remember that was released. And I never knew there was a black toe Jordan. I only saw these, which are the Chicago, and then the black and red, the all black and all red Breads. Those are the only Air Jordans that I saw originally. Of course, I knew that they made them in white with other different colors. But this shoe, when I saw it, I didn't think this was ever released, and I was like, wow. And then I saw there's a factory sticker on the inside, and I thought, man, this must be like a prototype. And I saw what size it was, size 13 and a half. We all know he wore 13 and a half on his right shoe, 13 on his left. And I saw the notification inside of Jordan Pro BB that this shoe was made for Michael Jordan, and I had a prototype of Michael Jordan's Air Jordans. The shoe is dated on the inside here, November 5th, and then there's a sticker from the actual Tongyang rubber factory. That's where the shoe was made in Korea, and it is dated November 14th. This was made right before Michael Jordan first wore an Air Jordan in a game on November 17th. Let's see, this is from February 4th of 85. It looks a lot different than this shoe from 1984. It's just a few months different, but you can see the toe box here is a lot higher. The leather quality is totally different. This quality, there's like a textured leather here. It's really nice, gorgeous. This Air Jordan's logo here seems to be hand pressed. So you can imagine that when they were making this sample shoe, they didn't have the machinery to machine stamp all these like they did with the production model. So you can tell this one's a little bit different. You can see it's all really imprinted in there like a machine stamped it. Another difference between these two shoes is there is a lace hole right there in the corner of that. This one doesn't have that.
Just to clarify, they both have the same number of lace holes, but on the 84 version, if you start at the top, those first two lace holes are in the band just like the 85. But the next hole is like directly underneath it. It doesn't make it into that corner there. But on the 85, it's the third one is right in that middle piece there. And the red bands themselves are just a little bit different shape. The 84 is a lower angle than the 85.
And if you look at the bottoms of these shoes, there's a number of differences.
Let's start at the top. There's a textured rim around the toe there, and on the 84 version on the right-hand side, you can see it's pretty narrow. On the left, the 85 version, it covers a little more surface area, so it intersects with the rings in a different place. And then in the middle of the shoe, there's an indentation where you can see the Nike logo and swoosh. That area on the 84 shoe is kind of an odd shape, and the Nike logo is sort of rotated to the right a little bit. On the 85 shoe, you can see they've added some partial rings, probably for performance of the shoe, and so that makes that shape different, and then they adjusted the Nike logo to sort of make it perpendicular with the shoe. And then the last thing is there's that teardrop shape in the center of the heel. On the right hand side, in the 84 shoe, you can see it comes up to a point, but on the left, on the 85 shoe, the two sides don't quite make it to a point. Here's something interesting. While making this video, I found two other differences. From the side angle here, if you look at the 84 shoe on top, and you look at the back of the heel, the line pretty much goes straight down. But on the 85 below it, you see when it gets to that white area, it sort of angles in slightly. And then on the front of the shoes, where the red area meets the white in front of the toe there, the 85 shoe sort of swoops up just a little bit higher there, closer to the stitch. Those were the differences that I was able to find. If you happen to have an eagle eye and you scope out some other differences, please leave a comment below. I'd love to see what you found.
This shoe, you can see that the white soles have stayed relatively white. This shoe, which is very common of the older Nike shoes from the 80s, has become yellow with discoloration here, a little yellow. And there's also just a little bit of glue that got onto the leather here that has turned into a darker color, which you see this on a lot of old Nikes. I can remember buying Nikes that had that on them at the time. This one says Nike Air, which is I think what released. This one just says Nike. They hadn't put the Air on there yet. That's just a really sexy looking shoe. And this one, I don't know, it's a great shoe. It's iconic because of what Michael Jordan brought to this shoe. But the shoe itself, this shoe is gorgeous and awesome. The quality, this is what Peter Moore was designing, this shoe. That's a gorgeous shoe. But the most awesome difference of this shoe is the Nike Swoosh. This seems to be a little bigger than the released pair, the 85 OG. But look at that. That's even bigger and pointier. It's a huge Nike Swoosh. That's usually the first thing that people point out when they see this shoe. They just go, oh my God, look at the swoosh. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this one, I got another one right here. It's a timeline video of the earliest months of the history of the Air Jordan 1, starting in August through December 1984. Some pretty good stuff in there if you're an Air Jordan 1 fan.